Hi everybody, we're continuing with the Purge tools for Revit series, and today we're going to have a look how do we purge view templates. First of all, I'm going to show you how to use Complete tool in my EF Tools extension, where you don't need to know how to code, you can just use it absolutely for free. And secondly, I'm going to show you behind the scenes on how this tool works and how to actually write the code. This will help you understand Revit API better and also allow you to adjust it to your own needs. Overall, it's not complicated, but let's go and have a look. So here is the Revit project that I have. And first of all, we're going to go to EF Tools tab, and in the Purge pull-down menu, we're going to select Purged Unused ViewTemplates. This will open you a menu of all the view templates which are not used by any other views, and it means that we can delete them. I can select all of them or just maybe a few. I can also use the search here and look for something like Canal, and so on. In this case, I'm going to select nearly all of them and click on Purge. This will give you a menu and will report on all the Purge view templates, and in the end it's going to tell you that 29 view templates were purged. And on the top you can see that there are 30 unused view templates out of 56 total view templates in the project. Overall, it's very simple, but now, with this out of the way, let's go and have a look at the code and think about how do we create it. I prepared here in EF Tutor a new button, Purged Unused ViewTemplates. It's going to be here in YouTube lessons afterwards. Inside this button, it's same as usual. There's some description about the button, then we have our regular imports from Autodesk Revit DB and from pyRevit. We will need forms and script. And in variables, we're going to get doc, UI doc, and maybe we will also use output to make nicer print statements. And now in the main section, we're actually going to start coding. So the first step we're going to do is get all views and view templates. And it's not that complicated. To get all views and view templates, we need to use filtered element collector. We provide a document, and then we can use of category. And we're going to provide built-in category of the views. Let's make sure we're not getting any types, and we're going to convert it to elements. Now let me also zoom so you can see it much better. So in here, you're going to get all views and view templates. Now we need to filter it for the views and view templates separately. And that's very simple too. We're going to write all views equals view for view in all views. And then we need to add an if statement, if view is template. And in this case, because we're trying to get the views, if not is template. Now we can duplicate it, and for the view template, it's going to be if view is view template. Now let's align it so it's a little bit better to see. This is how we get all views and view templates. Now we can go further and check which views use which view templates. Let's add a comment here, get used view templates, and we need a list of used view templates. Now we're going to iterate for view in all views. Now we can check if there is any view template assigned by using view ViewTemplate ID property. This is going to return us an element ID of the view template. But also keep in mind that if you're going to check for the view template in a view where there is no view template assigned, you're going to get element ID -1, or it's also going to be element ID invalid element ID. This is the same thing. This means that there's no view template assigned, and then we're not interested in that. So let's make an if statement here. If view template ID is not equal to element ID -1, or you can use also this one instead, then we're also going to check if view template ID not in used view template list. Then I'm going to take this list and add this there. This way, we're only going to add element IDs of view templates which are unique. We could also use it set from right away, but actually I wanted to keep it as a list, and then later we're going to use set to find all the unused view templates. And for that, all we have to do is we can get unused view template IDs. And in here, we're going to take set A minus set B. Set A is going to be list of element IDs of all view templates in the project. So we need to come somewhere in here, and we need to make sure that we're actually getting here view template IDs. Now we're going to take this one and we're going to put it here in the set A. Now in the set B, we need to put all the used view template IDs. And here I also noticed that I didn't name it correctly. Let's make it used view template IDs. It's also going to make it shorter. And by using this subtracting, we're going to take all view templates in the project and we're going to subtract all the used one. And we're only going to get the unused ones as a result. Now we can also turn it into unused view templates by using list comprehension. We're going to use doc get element. I'm going to provide element ID for element ID in unused view template IDs. Maybe we actually rename it to view template ID. Alright, so now we get our views and view templates, we get used view templates, and finally we get unused view templates. Now we can take all these unused view templates and ask the user if they want to delete any. But before that, we also need to ensure that we actually have any. For that, let's add here a comment, ensure view templates, and I'm gonna write if not unused view template IDs. Then I'm gonna use forms alert. I'm gonna write something like there are no unused view templates in the project. Please try again, and we're gonna use exit script to true. So if there are no unused view templates, we don't need to go any further, show the menu and so on, because there are nothing to choose from. Let's also add here title equals same title as the name of the button. You can see it right here. And now let's go to the next step. I'm gonna ask users to select view templates to purge. For that, we can use our pyRevit forms, and then there is select from list. I'm gonna click on Ctrl Q 2 times, and then in here is gonna be example. I'm just gonna copy this one right here, so it's a little bit easier. Let's clean it. We don't need this. We also need ops. We can remove our line, and in here we're gonna provide unused view templates. Attribute, we're gonna keep name. It means that for each view template, it's gonna try to find the name and show it in the list as the kind of key to choose from. And in the button name, we're gonna write select view templates to purge. Maybe we're also gonna specify that it's unused view templates. Multi-select, I definitely wanna have it as true. This way, our users can select which view templates to delete. Let's also call it view templates to delete. And now we're just gonna iterate for view template in this list. And I'm gonna print a name. Let's also add here a text. All right, and when I'm gonna click on the button, we're supposed to get a menu to select our view templates. And we get an error saying there are no unused view templates in the project, please try again. But I know that we actually have them. So I made a mistake somewhere. Let's go and have a look. And it's actually a very stupid mistake, I just noticed it right here. Because in here we wrote where element is element type. And this is an issue. It's supposed to be where element is not element type. Now, let's hide it and try it again. When I'm gonna click on it this time I get a menu of all the view templates which are unused by any of the views. It's quite safe to delete all of them. You can select all and click here, and we get a list of all of these view templates. So far, everything works great, except for this error that we had, but we solved it, so we can keep moving. Now, we're gonna delete this one because we don't wanna print these statements. Instead of that, we're gonna add another check. And we're gonna ensure that view templates were selected. We're gonna write if not, view templates to delete. Then let's copy this statement right here and paste it here. And we're gonna write there were no view templates selected. Please try again. This form will make sure that we're not getting any errors if we cancel out of the form. For example, you get the form, you click on X, it's gonna return you none, and you're not gonna get any errors because we're gonna stop execution here. Alternatively, we can make a few print statements, and then we can also start deleting them. In my case, I actually want to use output print MD, so we can print it as the markdown language. This will allow us to make the heading free and write here something like there were this many unused view templates out of this in the project. And then in the format, we need to provide length of unused view template IDs and all view template IDs. Also, I want to use the output print MD. And if we're gonna put here 3 dashes, in markdown language, it means infinite horizontal line. And finally, we can go to the final step and we can purge unused view filters. For that, first of all, I'm gonna start transaction. We're gonna doc, and here we're gonna write purge view templates. We're gonna start it and we're going to commit it. Let's also add the logs. And in between, we can write for view template in view template to delete. We're gonna use doc delete, and we need view template ID to delete it. Before that, we also want to capture the name, view template name, because if we're gonna try to print this view template name after we delete it, we're gonna get some error that says something like this element is not part of database anymore, therefore you cannot reference it and blah blah blah. So we get the name, we're gonna delete it, and then we also gonna print something here. I'm again gonna use output print MD, and inside I want to make it bold, so we need 2 stars on both ends. And in here we're gonna write something like fire emoji and write purged view template. I'm gonna put the name of this view template. And actually, I think it's gonna be better if the name is gonna be bold and this one is just gonna be regular. Now, let's make sure we add it here as view template name. Make sure you not do it like this, because you're gonna see an error, but this way is fine. And lastly, it also might be a good idea to use the try and accept statement here, because if you're gonna work on the work sharing project and somebody is using it and you are not, you might get an error because you try to delete view template which is used by someone else. So we're gonna write accept exception as E, and here we're just gonna make print statement couldn't delete view template due to an error message. And in the format, just write view template name and format message, which is gonna be this E variable. Alright, I think this is pretty much it. I'm also gonna paste here the final print statement, just to let the user know that script execution has finished and this many view templates were purged. But to calculate how many view templates were deleted, we can actually create here a counter. Deleted is gonna be 0, and every time we're gonna delete it, we're gonna take this deleted and plus equals 1. Because if there is gonna be any error during deletion, it's just gonna go to the accept and it's not gonna add one more to delete it. Alright, I think we have everything that we need. We get our view and view templates, then we get our used view templates by iterating and looking at all the assigned view templates. Then by using set of all view templates and subtracting the set of used view templates, we're gonna get all unused view templates. Turn it into elements, we make sure that we actually have some unused view templates to continue. Then we're gonna prompt user to select view templates to purge. Then we're gonna make sure that user has selected something and not just close the form. Then we're gonna make a general print statement, there are this many out of this many view templates. And finally, we're gonna purge it. First, we start transaction to make changes in Revit API. We also add a counter here to know how many were deleted successfully. And then we can iterate, and with a try and accept, we're gonna try to delete it. And if something happens, we're just gonna report on the error. And lastly, there's final print statement saying that, hey, execution has finished, this many were purged, everything is good. Alright, now let's go to Revit and actually test it. I'm gonna click on this button. Let's have a look. I'm gonna select all of them except for maybe this cut FF OK. Let's click here and you can see it started deleting. There were 30 unused view templates in the project. These are all deleted ones and I deleted 29. So if I'm gonna click on again, I'm supposed to see only one which we kinda left unselected. And this is this cat FF hook. We can click again and now we deleted all unused view templates from our project. I hope this is going to be useful to you. Either you can use it in EF tools already as complete solution, or maybe you can even take the code and change it to your own needs. Hopefully by watching this video, you understand Revit API a little better, and if you really want to learn it, I highly suggest you get this ebook, The Beginner's Guide to Revit API. It's absolutely for free and just use it to learn it. There are plenty of examples. And I want to say huge thanks to my supporters, and as always, happy coding guys. Goodbye.